What's up, guys? This is the new Plews tire, the Monster. It's a 120/118. As you can tell, this is the Tough One Spec B beside it, mounted on a rim. This one's a 120/100. This is a 140/80/18. They don't look very too much different in size. The Monster is actually a tad bit taller, and this one's a little wider, but not by much. You know, I've got this mounted on a rim. It's sitting beside the bike. You know, I've got the bike on the kickstand, so it's kind of angled differently. But they're very similar. The Monster here is made for West Coast terrain, loose shaly rock faces. I live in North Carolina on the East Coast, and it's done surprisingly good here, considering this is a terrain the opposite of what it was designed to handle. You know, roots, wet slick roots here, loose loamy clay type soil, hill climbs, off cambers. It handles it well. As you can see, these knobs are very, very gummy, and the carcass, this is with 4 psi. See, the carcass is soft, but it's not as soft as the Spec B. I mean, look, this, I've got the same psi in each at 4, and you can see the difference in the squish. Now, if I'm riding true hard enduro, I do prefer the Spec B, but if you're just riding, you know, rough single track, more medium enduro, higher speed type stuff, this tire here does really well. That little bit stiffer carcass, you know, it'll conform to everything. You know, these knobs here are actually more gummy than this. That has a softer durometer, the knobs do. But I noticed when riding it Saturday at Brown Mountain, you know, at higher speeds, this tire felt very stable. It was really good when braking. There's, you know, a bunch of loose big bowl turns there. The rear end never felt wobbly. You know, it never wanted to wash out on me, or felt like it was, you know, it was a good tire. It surprised me. Now over here, this is their new tire, the Beast, and this is an unmounted Spec B. Now as they sit, you can see this one's much wider. This is a new Spec B, and the tire I showed you a minute ago has 30 hours on it. So when they're sitting here loose, this one looks obviously a lot wider than this one, and this one is taller. Now once you get it on the rim, obviously it's only going to be so wide, and you see they're very similar in size width wise. Having these two wheel setups, the Spec B, this is my choice for more traditional, harder type terrain, you know, more actual true hard enduro stuff where it's real slick, nasty and gnarly. This is what I want. But this here, the Beast, I haven't tried this one out yet. I'm really looking forward to trying this. It looks a lot like a VE33, but it's way stickier. The knobs are plenty soft. I mean, look at that. Look at the flex it's got. As you can tell, it's gonna hold up. You know, it's got those cutout blocks in the middle. These are gonna give you stability, and this is gonna conform to the terrain. This is gonna wrap around roots and rocks. This tire was built for the East Coast, unlike the Monster here. So this is for wet, muddy conditions. It's got taller knobs than the Spec B. I don't know if I'm getting the angle right on this, but you see the difference in height. This one's 15mm tall lugs, this one's 18. I'm gonna try out a hare scramble the first weekend of February here in North Carolina, and I'm planning on running the Beast. So I'm trying to save it for the race, but I really wanna try it out, but I'm gonna try and hold off until that race. So I can't really put a true honest review of how good of a tire it is yet, because I haven't used it. But the Monster here, I'm surprised with it. You know, this is a lineup here. This is 30 hours on a Spec B, and it still looks really good. I mean, 30 hours on a gummy. If you guys have run any gummy tires, you know 30 hours is really, most tires are toast at that point, but this Plews Spec B has held up. It's been a fantastic tire. It's my favorite tire right now. But the Monster here is good as well. for more medium stuff, I prefer the Spec B. You know, like I said earlier, in the more technical, true hard enduro stuff. But for just your average weekend warrior, you know, out riding just gnarly single track with roots and rocks, this does good. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying out this beast. You can see the difference here with this one loose, you know, unmounted, brand new, versus this one mounted and used. You know, the 140 does look significantly wider than the 120, but you see how it actually looks unmounted and mounted. It may be that wide sitting here now, but it's going to narrow up some when you mount it. Like I said, this one's got 30 hours on it. This one's new, and hey, for 30 hours of riding, and that's all that's come off of it, I'll take it. Hope you guys maybe learned something here. I know there's not very many videos out on YouTube yet about the new Plews beast and the monster, but if you guys are in the market for gummy tires, this definitely check out the Plews. You'll be surprised. Yeah, these are marketed as hybrid trail and extreme tires. I'd say they're more focused towards the weekend warrior, single track rider. They're not, if I'm gonna ride true hard enduro, I'm gonna put the wheel set with the Spec B back on. But for practice riding and your average single track riding, technical single track, these are what you want right here. I'll update later on. I've only got 5 hours on it so far. It still looks really well. I got a little bit of braking edge here. I was riding at Brown Mountain. I got on the brakes pretty hard on some rock slabs, and I'm bad about dragging my foot on the rear brake, so that's my fault. But yeah, give these Plews tires a shot. You'll be surprised, be happily surprised. See you guys.